John Ayanaba is the Human Resource Manager of the Accra Breweries Limited.
Also for distributors, for DM. As a business, we're looking for graduates with the required skills, knowledge skills, and appropriate attributes or attitudes who will contribute effectively, individual skill, and also contribute within the team to help us achieve our desired results. We look out for, one, your technical competencies in the field we are recruiting, and two, your behavioral competencies as well. So, to be able to do this, we realize that recruiting getting graduates right from school, they are just raw, okay? And so, we believe that we need to put them through some skills development programs to get them up to speed. In the past 2-3 years, we've been doing this, and we have some recruitment tools that we apply. One is psychometrics. At the lower level, we call that Apple and Tram. We administer Apple and Tram to establish the individual's learning potential. So this helps us to know what you are capable of doing and the level to which we can develop you. It also helps us then narrow down specifically the trainings that you should be put on. So that is what we look out for. That's the first thing. We also look out for your ability to work within a team and be a positive influence.
His industry has started benefiting from graduates trained under the competency-based training mode. Osei is an employee of Accra Breweries Limited. He was sponsored by Corvette under the Skill Development Fund to undergo professional training using the competency-based training mode. Osei has been able to solve some problems for his outfit as a result of the skills he acquired from the training.
See, I was sent for a training at Obuasi, and then with the training, it was electrical training. So they taught us about electrical motors, electrical accessories like contactors, overload. Yeah. So with those things, we added some electrical PLC programming, which is very fully automated. So that fully automated thing helped me to come up with this electrical panel. Yeah, this panel is fully automated, both with temperature probes, contactors, and overload. Just to run our CIP and then our hot water and the other chemicals here through the pipeline. Before, this panel was not there. So what we were doing, we were using our CIP trolley. It was a trolley motor that we move it up and down. And sometimes it becomes very difficult, and then it creates a lot of downtime because other departments will be using it, and then you cannot sit down and wait until they finish before you go for it. So I sat down and then I planned that no. Then in this case, I can be able to design something permanently for this particular department, so that anytime we want to do any CIP or run any product, we'll use it to run, and it has helped the company a lot.
If we had employed the services of a provider to say, come and build for us this control panel, okay, we would have been paying a lot of money. I'm sure we would have been paying not less than 75 to 100,000. But here is the case that we have put somebody onto that program, and in a year's time he's able to build that same panel for us by just getting the material from his manager and discussing with his teacher at Obuasi, and all that his boss, the teacher, gave him was a circuit diagram. Okay, and he came here and built that panel. So as I said, these guys are really applying the knowledge that they have acquired at the engineering training center at Obuasi. But once again, it's still too early. Let's give them some time to be able to utilize whatever knowledge and skills they have acquired from that program.
The informal sector training providers have also recognized the importance of the competency-based training mode of training. The National Association of Beauticians and Hairdressers is a registered member of CODVET.
CODVET has been very beneficial, if I may say that, helping us to gather ourselves in our field, training us, putting us together, and then they are the main mainstream to the part of the training that we require for our people.
Even though some educational institutions are yet to register under CODVET, they have recognized the importance of the competency-based training mode.
CODVET is a good idea, and for me, where we are coming from as a private institution in filmmaking, it's been timely getting to know about them. Probably what they need to do is to give a lot more sensitization to institutions like us so that we can take advantage of what they have to offer. Because you can have a good intention, but if the beneficiary of that intention is not aware, then they might never receive it.
At the moment, what we are actually doing is getting everybody on board to ensure that we have a well-regulated system. So with time, I mean, as you rightfully said, it's the law. So nobody has, it's not an optional thing. It's something that they must do by law. It's required by law that they do register with us. So we want to use this opportunity to urge all administrators of TVET institutions to do the right thing and come and start the registration and accreditation process.
See you same time next week for another edition of On the Frontline. I am Thomas Nadi Betilma.
On the Frontline, proudly brought to you by UT Life Insurance.